So we just want to go. We just want to continue on because this is pretty easy.
Yeah.
On to the Marble Zone.
Onward. Hey, it's totally not Altered Beast.
It does look like Altered Beast, doesn't it?
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they took some of the backgrounds and shit and just like, hey,
that's a good point.
We got it for Sonic.
This brings back good memories because you know what? This was good old Sega Genesis 16-bit graphics, blast processing.
What really was just a better frame rate. That's all it had. That's the only thing the Genesis was better at from than the Super
Nintendo.
Super Nintendo had almost everything better. Music, graphics, everything except for frame rate. And you know what? Sega took that in a smart business move and ran with it.
No kidding.
Ran with it to
like what?
hell.
What's blast processing? There's no such thing as blast processing. Is there such thing as a blast processor?
Blast processing is what comes out of my butt when I eat Indian food. That's probably
you could power up a generator with that crap.
Hey.
You said it, not me.
It's for the okay. No. All right, I'll give you that.
Yeah. There you go.
Go to talking about frame rates, and then you start talking about farting. Yeah, this is one of those.
This is classic Let's Playing at its finest, people.
Actually, it's only kind of Let's Playing.
Yeah. I mean, what? We're playing a friggin' Sonic platformer, 16-bit. We're gonna breeze through this game in a couple of hours.
Yeah. Like we're kind of intending to beat this in about what 2
hours? In fact, you know what? Maybe we can get into Sonic 2 right after this.
Possibly. Depends on how quickly we get through it. Then again, Scrap Brain Zone.
Oh, jeez, yes, Scrap Brain Zone. Not to mention Labyrinth Zone as well.
Oh, yeah,
Labyrinth Zone, like, I don't have a problem with any of the levels in this game. Scrap Brain Zone, I do find extremely difficult because it is incredibly merciless. However, the Labyrinth Zone, I just really hate because of the water physics. I hate it.
Yeah.
Water physics, drowning, the pace is incredibly slow. I hate that level. I hate that level.
Sonic shouldn't be underwater unless he's, like, still keeping pace.
Okay, I will admit, I don't think Hydro City is that great of a level.
Oh, I love Hydro City. I think it's great at keeping pace.
Okay, I think it
sets a pace.
May I continue?
Yeah,
I was saying, Hydro City, I personally don't like particularly. However, it does a really good job at keeping the pace of a classic Sonic platformer because of the speed that Sonic is going through and the addition of being able to run on water. That was a very good move.
In addition, when there's places that you think you would be losing your speed, which in above ground means losing your pace.
Right.
Because that's the important part. Speed, no one cares about speed, but the pacing is the important part.
Right.
So, the thing about Sonic is that even when you're underwater, the pacing isn't lost, because there's this expectation that, okay...
Oh, no! Oh, jeez.
It's going to
Come on. Ah!
Get under... Oh!
Ring!
Oh! Wombo combo! Wombo combo! You never seen that video?
Never mind. I know what you're talking about. Okay. Never mind.
So, Hydro City. Back to that.
Well, why are we talking about Hydro City now? We're going to get to it.
Because it's relevant.
I know it is.
Let's talk about what's relevant. Okay. So, Hydro City.
That, I don't particularly like that, but I learned to master it.
Do you know why? It works because everything underwater is still moving at a decent pace.
Right.
It's not moving...
Even the enemies.
Right. But it's also designed to try to keep you out of the water.
Right.
Even when you're in the water, your goal is to get out of the water. And the mechanics...
okay, that's a bad move.
Yeah. That's kind of a cheap gimmick, actually. Those
friggin' springs.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't really continue with those in the later games.
I don't remember it too much, I know doesn't really happen in Sonic 3, but I don't remember if it happens in Sonic 2 or not.
Yeah, you gotta give credit to the game designers who made Sonic 1 for the first game in the freaking series. They did a fantastic job with this game.
Oh yeah, I mean there's some flaws. Fantastic,
obviously.
There's some flaws to it. There's like Labyrinth Zone,
those cheap springboards and things like that. But yeah, overall they did a really good job with the level design.
Yeah.
Like, I love this game.
I actually got to Labyrinth Zone, like, once, I think I've never beaten this game.
You've never beaten this game?
No, I've never beaten this game. I usually die. I forget where I usually die.
Labyrinth Zone?
No, I think I've gotten there like once.
It's
been a while since I played it too.
No, not Carnival Night Zone. That's Sonic 3. Ah,
I love everything about Sonic 3 except for the evil drum of Doom.
We'll get to that when we get there.
It's relevant!
I know it's relevant, but we're going to get there anyway.
But now it's the logical reaction. Then will be the emotional reaction.
That's a good point, because well, the thing is, we aren't going to have necessarily an organic experience with that drum because we know what to expect.
Yeah. Well,
we know about...
We still hate it.
Yeah.
We still hate the drum of Doom.
My story behind, I wish I did the combo, but whatever. My story behind that drum, I never ever, like, the first 2 Sonic games, when I was a kid, like, when I was probably, like, 7 years old, or 5, 7 years old, and, oh, jeez, I should have seen that.
You got fired!
That's lame.
Fired!
Anyway, like, my personal experience with that drum for Sonic 3, the first 2 games, Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, I managed to beat when I was, like, 5 or 6 years old. I managed to beat him with my cousin and whatnot. I managed to beat it alone. Sonic 3, I never was able to beat. And it was because of that freaking drum.
Yep. Drum of Doom.
That drum of doom that you just didn't know what to do with.
How about having that be your first game ever?
And I didn't get 50 rings, so I didn't get the big ring.
Have you ever tried that? Having it be your first game ever, and you get stuck on this part that no one knows how to beat? So you feel really dumb when you're like, well, I played this when I was 3.
Yeah,
I played Sonic 3 when I was 3. And
seriously?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
One
of my first games ever.
Jeez, my parents didn't introduce me to video games until I was like 5.
Oh, dude, my parents love video games. They played Zelda when we get to bed.
What?
Yeah.
Jeez, I wish my parents were like that. My parents, like, they video games was like, what's a good analogy?
It's like comic books in the 50s. They didn't understand them, so
basically, like, my parents wouldn't give a rat's hat about video games, so they were like,
are evil. You know,
exactly.
If it's a new medium, it's automatically bad.
I mean,
I don't understand it.
It
must be corrupting my child somehow.
They didn't really have that mentality per se. They just thought, you know, they knew about video games. They knew them from my uncle, who was like 16 years old at the time.
Yeah.
So it was like, how do I explain this? They knew about video games, and they decided, you know what, we'll give him to our son, but not until he's old enough to understand what they are. And so, like, you know, 5 years old, they gave me my first video game, which was Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and the Sega Genesis, and I immediately loved it. And ever since then, I've been addicted to video games to the point where it did become a problem at times.
Yeah.
But that I was able to manage later on, thankfully. Even though it took me until high school, but okay. Yeah, I was pretty bad with video games when I was a kid.
Oh, don't worry, I had problems too.
Oh, I remember this.
Extra life! Extra life!
I will tell you people this much right now. Those extra lives, you want them in this game.
Yeah, Sonic.
You want them.
The original Sonic the Hedgehog is pretty unforgiving.
And I think I backtracked.
Yeah,
okay.
You did.
That's
not terrible though. That's just kind of.
Yeah, just gotta go down here.
Yeah.
Oh, these spikes, I hate them.
But yeah, I had a pretty. See,
no. Come on. Thank God for invincibility frames.
Oh God. Yeah, we've talked about those before.
Yeah, it was top 10 tropes.
Yep. First collab ever.
Yay.
Fun times. But
we still gotta get the other. We still got. Oh, okay. That was close.
Tropes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get that.
We'll get to that.
Why don't we get that done in like March?
Maybe.
Let's have that be your first comeback video. Yeah, because we did that in March, right?
We could do that in March. I mean,
no, I mean last year we did it in March, right?
I think so.
Yep, it'd be like a year anniversary.
That'd be cool.
Yay!
All right then. So yeah, by the way, I don't know if I'm going to upload Sonic Spinball before or after this. Probably after. I don't know.
Because this is great.
Because this is awesome. I know you guys. I just quick apology. I know you guys a lot of you guys are expecting Fire Emblem, but I promise that will come very soon. Okay?
Yeah. Besides, Sonic.
It's Sonic the
It's
Hedgehog. You do
classic.
not go wrong with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Plus, this
And
takes
I
us,
almost
like,
got impaled by spikes.
Plus, Fire Emblem will take you a year. This will take you 2 hours. 3
Exactly.
hours,
I mean,
so.
we're gonna plow through these in a matter of, you know what? Just for your guys' entertainment, it's an entire Sonic series right here on the Green Scorpion.
Yeah.
Ah, jeez. It sounds like this. I'm so glad I have you as my partner, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Bubsy too.
No.
Yeah, we talked about not ripping off a JonTron. I apologize.
I mean, as you guys can probably tell already, and I don't know if there's a secret down there. Should I go check? I'm going to go check if there's a secret. I'm going to go check if there's a secret. Is there a secret? Yes, there is a secret!
Oh!
You mean to tell me that was a shortcut? I missed a blatant shortcut.
It's also kind of a trapdoor shortcut.
It is, but
like,
still,
if
it was
you go
like,
out and you don't know. You
yeah,
will get
that
crushed.
could have killed me. So maybe it was a good thing that I missed it.
Yeah.
Okay. That was
one
not.
ring,
I
so
did not
50
see
rings.
that. I did not see that.
Yeah.
Well, in this level, it's not really gonna matter because, man, that's some wicked platforming right there. In this level, it's not gonna matter because I'm facing the boss fight.
Solid platforming. And there's some cheap shit like that. You know, you run into something and there's a fireball that comes up, and you don't know about the fireball.
I'm going to go ahead and get that.
But it's okay.
Up.
Oi.
This is a pretty easy. I gotta stop saying this is a pretty
why do
easy
you
boss.
keep saying that?
I don't know. Oh, jeez, I'm dead! I'm dead!
Oh, bro, man.
That's my first death. Dang it.
It's alright, bro.
I gotta focus on collecting rings because I am going to. Oh, jeez.
See, that's the other thing. Sonic 1 doesn't give you rings before boss fights. It's because shit like that happens.
Yeah.
I would backtrack.
Backtrack and see if I can get some rings?
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
Just don't run into cheap fireballs.
Okay, there we go.
I think this is where I kept dying.
Really?
Yeah! Because
this Marble Zone boss?
This part right here.
Like, this boss
I would have no rings, and I'd be like, alright, well, I'm gonna go back and grab some rings.
Yeah, this boss isn't particularly bad. It's just tricky. Like, you get so... Like, you think you can get that extra hit in. It hypnotizes you into thinking, get that extra hit in so you can beat it. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, and you know what? I think a lot of the Sonic games are like that.
They are.
The Sonic boss difficulty comes from, I have 0 rings, I can get this hit in, and then you don't. And then you wipe out.
Don't even get me started with the final bosses of these games.
Oh,
man.
God. They don't give you any friggin' rings. That's the worst.